Alright, today is day 31 of coding every day till I get employed. So today, as you can see, I added a little settings button in place of the input for the time. Um, and that's what I got so far. Not gonna lie, I was very heavy ChatGPT warrior on this, but I'm gonna spend tomorrow trying to figure out why this works. Bro, what does it do? Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't test it, and I just realized a part of it low-key doesn't work because it should not all be the same, right? Because what chat ended up giving me was different than what I wanted, so I tried just making these what I actually wanted, which is what I had before, where if I had it as nothing and I clicked away, it went to 25, but now it's considering all the values together. But I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna try to make that part work, and also figure out why the black screen isn't going to everything. I don't know why that's not happening either, but Um, that's basically it for today. I guess to get through the code, what I did is I ended up making this modal, and then from there we made this function, and then we declared all these things I'm gonna need, and then basically what we said is if it's open, if it's not open, return null, and then inside our actual function, right? Um, this is just a lot of styling, whatever. The main important part is this is gonna tell you Pomodoro. This is time settings. So time settings right here. So this is the first little block for the Pomodoro minutes. And then this is what's letting us input our input. And this is exactly, I just copy and pasted my input from before. So that could be why it's not working. I'm gonna figure that out. And that's basically what I did for each one. So each one is basically just a copy of this little box. Starting from this div M4, because this header 2 is for this thing right here, and this whole div right here is for the entire box. This is what's making this little box right there. Um, and then, yeah, basically we have three more instances of basically having this class, this div with this class, and then having the input, and then setting what I need to set, right? And then I go back into my app, where is it? App.jxs, and then boom, I end up adding my limit long so I can actually set my limit long. And then we have this is modal open for the is modal open. And then boom, boom, boom. Where's the scroll too far? And then here's what I ended up adding. So I already have this from last time. And then right under that, I end up adding this button where when you click it, it sets modal to true. So it's gonna open up that function. And then from there, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. I need to figure out why it's not working. And then also at the bottom part, we have our settings modal. And so anytime you want to like use something from another component, uh, from another file, I don't know why I say component. Of course, you want to import it, right? But after you import it, you want to actually use it inside your code. And the reason we're able to put this at the bottom is because of the styling within it. So if you go back to modal and you see the way, let me go to it right here. Oh, it's supposed to be one F. Oh, that that actually fixed it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. But basically, yeah, the reason why it's able to work like that is because we ended up fixing it to the top, right? I ended up fixing it to the top. So that's why it's able to work like that, which is funny because I didn't think that was gonna work. But yeah. And I need to sit down and actually because I was just copying it, trying to understand it like basically. But of course there's actually understanding it and being able to duplicate that. So I think what I might do in order to make sure I actually learned it is try to have another component where I can click it and get the same effect, but this time I'm gonna try doing it from scratch to make sure I knew what I was doing. And then from there I think I also want to make it like I want to make the background a little less black. I think I want to make it like see through so you can see like the back part of it. Or I might try to see if there's a different way I might want to make it look. But this isn't bad. Of course this needs to move to this side, but this isn't bad. I want to see if there's another little element I can add to try to do this on my own, or I might honestly restart it and try to do it on my own. But yeah. Oh, also today I went through a leak code problem. I forgot about that. I went through a leak code problem. So let me actually make my screen bigger for this. So we have LeetCode removing stars from a string. And so you're given a string which contains stars. In one operation, you can choose a star in S, remove the closest non-star character to its left, as well as remove the star itself. Return the string after all stars have been removed. Note, the input will be generated such that the operation will always be possible. It can be shown that the resulting string will always be unique. So then we get in this input LeetCode, right? And basically what you're going to do is when you iterate through and you come across a star, you want to delete the closest left element, like it said, and then that's going to be the string you're going to work with. And then you basically just do that process until you have no more stars. So you can see we end up starting with this, and then we end up ending with LeetCode, because as we go through it, we end up just deleting T. After we delete T, then we end up deleting E, and then we end up deleting D, as it says. So this problem, I don't know why this was hard for me in the morning, but I was watching a solution, and literally as I was watching the solution like popped up, like the answer, how to actually answer it popped up in my head, and he didn't even explain it yet. Like I was like, oh, I don't know why. Like I don't know if I was just overthinking. I think I was overthinking it, and as he was getting ready to explain it, I just figured it out, right? And then yeah. So basically, what you do is right, you end up getting a stack, and you create a stack, right, and then you iterate through the string, and then if you come across a star, you're able to pop an element from the stack because you know that the most recent element is going to be what you want to pop, right? The most recent character. And basically you say if you don't come across a character, I mean if you don't come across a star, right, which means you come across like a B C D E F whatever, then you're going to appending that to a stack, and then after that you just end up joining all the stack elements because they're not in a string and you want to make them a string, so you join them all together with no spaces in between, and that's what you end up returning. So yeah, that's basically a little summary of what I did today.